All the way live, Wrestleheads. How you guys doing? We're back on a Monday. I guess you can call this like a Raw, I don't know, review show. I'm Chuck Jones, as always.
Randy motherfucking Dixon, who gotta be here because of some dumb shit on a fucking Monday.
I'd rather be in the bed asleep right now, but
I'd rather be watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, seeing the return of Erica badass motherfucking Mena.
Well, you know, before you can get to that, we gotta talk about that shit we saw on Raw tonight. I mean, God, from beginning to end, literally the end. Some of the worst shit I've ever seen on TV leading up to the major pay-per-view like this.
Good.
I mean, you know what? I understand that you want to sell this story with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I totally get it. I understand. You know, you might want to be building this big storyline for everyone to hate Brock Lesnar. But what they wrote tonight and what we saw was just, God, it just, I mean, how do you guys feel out there? That shit didn't get me ready for WrestleMania at all. You know what that told me? That told me that AJ and Nakamura better close the show. Because this shit right here is just totally fucking ridiculous. Why in the hell would you have Brock Lesnar play coward in this situation? He's supposed to be the big, badass champion.
No, he didn't play coward. He played bitch.
I'm saying he's supposed to be...
You go talk all this shit. No, I gotta step in. You go talk all this shit. You got Roman up here ready to be a badass. Then you got Brock Lesnar. No. We forgot. Go back. We had fucking Tommy Lee Jones, U.S. Marshals, fucking come out there. Like this is... Where the fuck Wesley Snipes was at?
I was ready for Robert Downey Jr. to shoot me, so I wouldn't have to see it no more.
So they came out there, handcuffed Roman, then Roman fucking beat their ass stiffly.
U.S. Marshal gimmick.
Then you have Brock Lesnar. You would have thought they said his check was down there. How fast he's trying to get his ass down there. You're like, hey, you're 12 million waiting for down there, Brock.
He hopping and skipping and jumping like he running away from Kane Velasquez again. Except he was running right into a handcuffed Roman Reigns.
Shit.
And that shit.
Where was Harrison Ford?
This is what I don't get. That's the fugitive.
Yeah, that's fucking close.
What I don't understand from this is, you supposed to be Brock Lesnar. You're not supposed to need Roman to be handcuffed. This is supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to face off with him and say,
he looked like a bitch.
She's supposed to be able to come down and look at Roman Reigns in the eye and say, listen, I show up whenever I want. I beat your ass when I want. I do whatever I want because I'm Brock Lesnar. And then that's when Roman can fire back and say, well, the problem with that, Brock, is that I'm carrying the fucking show the rest of the year. They could have kept that shit as a good verbal jousting match.
Where you
they
at,
should have never had any physical contact whatsoever. I mean, this shit with Brock Lesnar doing this tonight, do you guys all get that feeling that this is probably his one and only appearance before WrestleMania? That he just gave Roman Reigns 4 weeks worth of ass whooping tonight?
Roman gonna come out there next week limping and shit.
He gonna be in a wheelchair and shit.
Limping and shit.
You know,
and Brock Lesnar ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. Maybe Paul Heyman might show up. You know, he might want to get a paycheck.
I mean, that just, God. You know, if you ever listen to something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson asked that question, who wrote this shit? That was the question I had tonight, man. It totally just fucked off the main event, if you ask me. It's like there's no work being put into it. You are not getting what you need to get out of this feud. You are not getting what you need to get. Hell, they haven't even brought up history that they already face each other at WrestleMania. They haven't started an old-fashioned build-up. This is just Roman Reigns whining about Brock Lesnar not being there, and then when Brock shows up, he takes advantage of Roman while he's all crippled. And how many times is Roman Reigns going to be on the stretcher this year? I mean, fuck.
No,
Braun just
not this year.
I'm saying in a 12-month span.
Shit.
In a 12-month span.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta remember, Braun Strowman just had his ass on the stretcher not too long ago and pushed him off the loading dock.
Shit, he's been
now
on
all
the
of a
stretcher
sudden,
a couple times.
now he's in handcuffs and he's on the stretcher and Brock pushes him over.
He couldn't even push him over correctly. That shit was so weak. God damn.
I just don't understand it, Randy.
Coming down into Texas with his new Jimmy Jack t-shirt, looking like shit.
None of the shit made any sense. You go, first of all, WWE does gimmick security all the time. They do gimmick security, gimmick police. U.S. Marshal? You don't put that shit on the back of a vest and have these motherfuckers go out there and get laid out by a handcuffed guy? You're disrespecting the United States government with that shit. As if it don't need any more blows thrown at it. But I'm not going to get political. This is the shit.
Talk about blows and Stormy Daniels.
Okay, well, that's another story for another time. But you know, I just don't. That shit really bothered me, man. Because I understand you want to put the heat on Lesnar. That ain't the way to put the heat on Lesnar. That was stupid. And now, like I said, it looks like. I mean, really, if you want to play it right, Roman Reigns should be incapacitated for the next 2 weeks. He shouldn't show up at all. Shouldn't have a word to say.
And then that's when Brock starts showing up.
And then Brock all of a sudden starts showing up. And then like the last fucking Monday before the show, the payoff Raw going into the show, you're going to have what? Roman Reigns attack him? They've already, I don't know, man. I've seen this story too many times. And it was just dumb to me. I felt like they could have done both wrestlers better and put them in better situations leading into the main event. I expect, honestly, after what I saw tonight, AJ and Nakamura all the way. They should close the night.
Storytelling is lazy. This is stupid. Every fucking thing.
They can have that as a mid-card match.
I mean, shit, the fucking build-up from them going against each other the first time at, what was that, 31? Yeah, 31. It was way better than this shit.
Yep. And that was a rookie Roman.
Yeah, and you remember how that shit, it all started happenstance by that fucking blizzard, and they had to sit up there at the fucking, what was it, the Titan Tower?
They were in Stanford, yeah.
And fucking talk at the goddamn studio.
Yeah.
You know, and then that shit was magic. You know, you ain't saying shit. You know, you had all that shit. Now, you had Brock Lesnar ducking Roman for 3 fucking weeks. Like, goddamn, Roman wanted his fucking lunch money. Then you're like, oh shit, yeah, the bully's tied up. Let me go down there and fuck him up. Like, what the fuck?
And the funny part is...
And Brock Lesnar supposed to be this badass. You know, he's supposed to be Billy Badass who whoops everybody's fucking ass and shit. And then this cocksucker comes down here when Roman's fucking handcuffed. Roman's handcuffed.
I got nothing, bro.
I mean, and some of them shots were stiff.
It was a lot of working shots.
And I'm like, you handcuffed this nigga and you trying to give him German suplexes.
Yeah. Hey, man, I got to give Roman a lot of credit, man, for being able to protect himself in those situations because, you know, the game changes once your hands get cuffed. I know you guys can talk about doing this shit backstage and talk about what you want to do, but when you out there and your hands are cuffed and you got to fucking fall back on the back of your head, I mean, I give Brock credit. You know, he wasn't trying to dump him around his head like he could have. But there was one of those German suplexes that came pretty close to Roman hitting that chair. And I mean, you know, everybody can't beat Triple H and just go careless when someone's handcuffed.
Man.
That's what happened to Daniel Bryan. That's what ended his career.
Yeah. Nobody talks about that shit.
Yeah, you know.
Triple H went fucking rock a la motherfucking Mankind back in, what was it, 99?
Royal Rumble 98?
98? I think it was 99.
Yeah.
Yeah. That motherfucker lost his goddamn mind. And you see, remember The Rock? The Rock never liked to take no chirp.
Rock through there. He used to throw that hand up with the quickness. Yep, sure did.
And fucking using fucking Kool-Aid for blood. That motherfucker didn't want to do shit.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, man. I didn't like it. I don't know how you guys felt about it. That shit to me, all it did was solidify to me that shouldn't be the main event at WrestleMania. That's what it solidified to me. Like, it's just a whole bunch of jungle gym, backyard bullshit. And speaking of backyard, we'll talk about that Matt Hardy shit at the end of the fucking show. We'll get into that fucking shit fest. But, you know, just moving on, Randy, I'm glad that they finally booked the match with Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss.
They fucked that up.
They made it official, but I'm glad the match is booked. And I'm glad that people at home got to see a real glimpse as to why Alexa Bliss wasn't going to go with Asuka at WrestleMania.
God. I mean, look.
They showed you tonight why that shit couldn't go to the main
I'm going to be
stage.
straight up with y'all. And I done said this shit before. I understand everybody want to fuck her, right? I understand they like seeing her little fucking goddamn tights hugging around her fucking cheeks. I understand that shit. But I'm going to say this again. In the ring, shh. Y'all come on here, and I'm talking about some fans, and y'all excoriate Roman Reigns, talking about he can't wrestle. But you get somebody like Alexa Bliss, and y'all give her a pass because you want to fuck her? That was horrible. That match, thank God whoever made the call and sit there and say, nah, Asuka, you going against motherfucking Charlotte. We need a good match. Because, I mean, goddamn, man.
That match would have been no good.
Alexa Bliss didn't want to take shit. This bitch was ducking fucking kicks, punches, shit. Asuka was in the air getting ready to kick Charlotte.
Yeah. There was a few.
She didn't want to take shit.
There was a few of those screw-ups tonight.
It was a lot of them. You watched that fucking match. She did not want to take shit. I'm like, you cannot work with somebody stiff like her. Don't want to take nothing because it's going to look horrible.
It looks horrible, yeah. I agree with that.
Can you guys answer comments already? Well, we gotta get the fucking segue to the show, fella. Who was that? Whip it like a cracker 13. We gotta get through the shit first. Then we can start answering fucking questions. I know the questions gonna be hot and heavy because everybody got their fucking opinions about that goddamn Tennessee horse shit that we just fucking seen a minute ago.
The backyard shit?
No, we ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about that shit. It was a lot of fuck ups in that goddamn show. Let's see.
But you know what? At the end of that match when Nia Jax came out, she did what she was supposed to do. She had to act like she was going to rip her head off, and props to her for being able to run around and not being, not sucking air and stuff. But I just really hope at WrestleMania they give her just due, they give her her moment, and put her over. She deserves it. Let her have it before you let Ronda run wild on everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
And I think the next thing we need to hit real quick, or you going to do the comments?
Yeah, let's do a couple of these comments.
All right.
Rude Wrestling says, his question was, how would y'all wanted the Reigns and Lesnar segment to go?
To me personally, no contact. It should be a war of words.
You can let Brock. Hey, you start off with Paul Heyman talking, and he like, no, Paul, fuck him. And then that's where Roman Reigns say, no, fuck you, you bitch. And then, hey, you can have him. This where you do like the old ass, how fucking Austin and fucking Tyson. You remember when all that shit, and everybody just start flying out there and start breaking them up. No contact. You just have a lot of shit talking.
To be honest, I wouldn't even do that, Randy. I wouldn't even do the group shit because we've seen that a lot already too. Remember we saw that with Braun and Brock, and then Brock just F5 him one time and that was it. So I wouldn't even do that. But I mean, at this stage, okay, count the weeks down, man. Goddamn, this is wrestling booking 101. Okay, you have a war of fucking words. Now Roman spent the last 2 weeks calling them out. You have Paul Heyman show up. Now you have a face-to-face war of words. You have them shove each other and then break it up. Okay? There is none of that running back and forth and hooping and hollering. No, but you don't have all them people out there. It shouldn't even
who
do
you
that.
gonna have them break them up?
You have McMahon come out there and say, if you motherfuckers touch each other before the match, you both fired. That's all you got to do. Now listen, somewhere down the line here, there's supposed to be a contract signing. Okay? Now, I'm used to wrestling tradition out here. There should be a contract signing. Roman Reigns ain't signing no fucking contract from fucking OR1. Okay? Because he about to be on the shelf for like the next 2 weeks. Storyline-wise.
How the fuck you have a contract signing if the fucking champion ain't even there to fucking...
The champion's got to have his fucking ass there. Paul Heyman can't sign as his conservative. Okay. I'm not accepting that shit. I'm not accepting that shit.
Let's see. Let's get another one. Ray Money 88. I guess Brock is into BDSM.
Bondism and shit? Yeah, restraining motherfuckers.
Yeah. Let's see. Whip it like a cracker. John Cena promo was the most annoying thing ever. All he did was scream and holler, do you believe Taker will make one appearance to the dome? It's sad, but all this talking Undertaker, he's going to be there. Sad shit.
Okay. Now, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Whip it like a cracker. I'm glad you said that because that was the next thing I wanted to say about this.
You've been good. How are you? Pit 7, hello.
That shit with fucking John Cena, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Elevated Science using Del Monte ketchup.
It's too much fucking John Cena begging the Undertaker to wrestle him and shit.
UFC and WWE in cahoots.
You just get tired of that shit after a while. Like, look, Cena could have came out there, said what he had to say, catch his toe slam and go home. You know what I mean? He didn't have to spend all night trying to call the Undertaker out. Obviously, the Undertaker ain't fucking there. And you already know what's going to happen. They gonna what? Christ. They gonna have fucking John Cena go against Kane next week. Yeah. Kane can't even step over the top rope anymore. Were you paying attention?
What the fuck was his
tights? Kane couldn't even get over that top rope anymore.
Tights. Kane's had some badass tights.
It looks like them bottom tights was a little bit too tight on him tonight.
My God, man.
Versus,
I know you're running for mayor, Kane, but goddamn.
It wasn't a good look, man.
It
wasn't a good look.
Elevated Science, Bliss is better off getting DP by Byron Long and Lex Steele.
I'm done. Don't read them. Don't read Jose crazy shit like that.
This is just funny.
No, man.
Ray Money 88 Jax doesn't have any build up as a monster since what happened against Asuka. And don't even get me started on Bliss. Bliss didn't even sell that ankle lock with Nia. I mean, I think that was Asuka, but
it was Asuka, yeah.
But shit, she didn't sell none of that shit. Like, you go back, see, that's why I said as long as motherfuckers you separate.
Props to Mickie James though for looking like a fox.
Oh my God, she's aging beautifully.
She's looking like a fox tonight, boy.
Shit, she's like one of the MILFs.
Big time.
Now, with that being said, you got the champ that can't sell for shit. It's just like motherfuckers just endure so much I don't like, I try to believe in fairness, and I don't like motherfuckers be talking shit about other people, like, oh, this person can't work, Roman can't work, this person. But then somebody like Alexa Bliss, you get a free fucking pass. You get a free pass to Disneyland and shit. Like, hey, nobody never said nothing. Like, it's okay. Like, and I mean, you seen that shit. Like, that shit was horrible. That match was horrible. And I felt bad for Asuka sitting there trying to work with that shit. And like, you got this bitch don't want to take nothing.
Truthfully, I think that was the last of Asuka on Raw anyway. I think that was the end of her business. So I expect her to be full-time SmackDown from here on out.
Let's see.
But I mean, yeah, getting back to that Cena versus Taker thing. Obviously, I think Taker will probably come out at the end of John Cena versus Kane next week. You'll know that Taker's going to be there because if Kane and Cena main event Raw next week, then you know the Taker's coming out. But if they work in the first hour, Taker ain't coming out. I mean, just common sense.
Elevate Science, where's Jack Tunney in the contract? Well, shit, if Jack Tunney got a contract, he's like 6 feet under it.
He's dead, ain't he?
That motherfucker's bones. Like, shit. Like, I think he been dead for a long time.
R.I.P. Jack Tunney, too, man.
Best goddamn president other than Gorilla Monsoon.
He kept shit in order.
I like Gorilla Monsoon. I was looking at that shit.
Gorilla Monsoon used to get in your face.
No, it was about Stone Cold. He's like, and I'll whip your ass. No, and then fucking Gorilla Monsoon. No, you'll get your ass. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. Who you don't talk to me like? I'm gonna give you a pass tonight.
And you got to remember, man, no one was used to Gorilla Monsoon talking like that because he had been this nice
announcer.
Yeah, this great, nice teddy bear announcer.
But I mean, if you remember back in his wrestling career.
I'm about to say the Gorilla before that, though, was no joke.
Yeah. Clips 1, 2, 3, will the American Badass return?
I think it should be that. I mean,
it should be Big Evil.
The dead man's done.
He's on the bed.
I just don't see the point.
Kane versus John Cena, WrestleMania 34. David said.
Yeah, if they do Kane versus Cena at WrestleMania, I've already nominated to put that on the pre-show.
Red Sox diehard fan 3-4, 2-4.
Nobody's perfect, fella. Nobody's perfect.
Cena and Taker Bill has been awful. Yes, it has.
Man, amongst other things.
Taker won't be on TV till the go home Raw.
Probably. Or even then,
watching.
They might say
it all depends on what you want to see. I mean, hey,
I didn't think so.
If you want to see Mandy Rose fucking
just say
gorgeous ass.
I mean,
and Paige. I mean, I swear, it seemed like since the porn shit with Paige, like she didn't went up another notch. And I mean, she was always there.
It's so sad that we're calling it porn. It really wasn't even porn. It was just some phone videos leaked, and we're calling it porn.
It's technically porn when it gets released.
No, it's porn when you get paid for it, Chief.
She probably getting paid. She got paid with dick.
And Brad Maddox is somewhere sleeping in a fucking subway.
That motherfucker, like, he could have made an opportunity of that shit.
He should have went big time.
Like, man, it was sitting right there for you.
He should have did something.
This motherfucker,
he didn't do shit.
He did one thing on the internet, going crazy and shit.
I'm like, that's the last thing you do, you moron.
You could have fucking milked that shit. Like, hey, I'm the one. You could have did like Ray J with Kim Kardashian.
So anyway,
Mickey took that face bump on the LED screen and looking sick. Yeah, that shit did look good.
I think that the last thing I want to talk about with Raw. Congrats, that Mark Henry Hall of Fame thing went official tonight.
Yeah.
I think he's the last one. I think they're gonna close up the class with him.
Welcome to the Hall of Pain.
But I guess
good for Mark. Congratulations to him on a good career.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, especially for him lasting there 20+ years. And the thing what they not telling you about is he didn't turn into a great Italian evaluator, where the people that he brought in, you can look it up. Or all the people that Mark Henry then brought through there. I mean, shit. He already got that next phase, and now he got that fucking radio show too. Like, he just grabbing money from everywhere and shit.
That's great.
I mean, that's what you gotta do. Ray Money 8800 said the Andre the Giant Battle Royal has better build-up than Cena versus Taker.
Yeah.
This Nia remind me of Bailey's storyline where Bliss is being mean girl high school shit.
Yeah, well, she don't want to be too mean to fucking
phony. Nine, long time no see. I don't call Alexa bad. I call her half decent.
It depends on who she's in the ring with.
She
has had some good matches.
She had a good match
horrible ones.
when we was in Vegas at that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But that Oscar shit, that was stir-fry shit.
And that's why they didn't put them together at WrestleMania.
I heard about Daniel Bryan turning down a match at WrestleMania. I think he looked like I said WrestleMania 9, but yeah, it looked like he did turn it down because basically
he didn't want to stand on the turnbuckle for the whole match.
Basically, what they was gonna do is called the Bret Hart treatment, where Bret Hart had that stroke and he couldn't really take no bumps. If you go back and look at that match, what was that, 24? I think.
Where they all jumped on Vince?
Yeah, they all beat Vince's ass, and he put him in the sharpshooter. Like, Brick couldn't take no bumps because of the stroke he had. So, basically, everything he did was standing. He was standing up the whole time.
And that was a terrible, terrible thing.
Yeah.
Terrible match.
It was just, I guess
terrible confrontation. Terrible thing to watch.
No, it was just that, hey, you know what? I fucked you over. I'll let you.
All you guys beat me up.
Beat me up and shit. You get your family satisfaction.
You got the guy with the glasses. Who was that? Bruce?
Yeah.
Is that Bruce Hart?
I don't know if the Smith Hart was there, the one that's dead now. But
yeah, rest in peace to him. He was one of the older brothers.
Yeah.
But
Alexa has good mic work. Yeah, we all know. Yes, I'm willing to bet she's good with the mic. But nonetheless, that her ring work. Let's see. I believe Bailey will be the one to turn. What do you guys think? Bailey or Sasha going here? I think Bailey's gonna be. I think they're gonna finally say, okay, here Bailey, because you think about it. We didn't see Sasha go heel shit. Hell, she started out as a fucking heel.
I think you were right about what you said earlier. They're not even going to put them together. They're probably going to be in that women's battle royal.
It's going to be on the pre-show shit.
Yeah, it's going to be the women's battle royal. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about tonight was that ultimate deletion or... let me just preface this by saying that I never thought I would see WWE show backyard wrestling ever on their show. Unless you count Steve Austin beating that black dude's ass in front of Pillman's house with that Glock.
God damn.
Which was 10 times better than this shit we saw tonight with Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy.
He beat the shit out of that black dude.
I just got to be honest with you. I just hope it's over now. That shit was terrible tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm an old school wrestling fan. I just didn't. I wasn't digging none of this shit. Man.
It wasn't good, but I think because it was in that one, it was more moving parts where you had Jeff. I mean, you got to see Jeff for a cup of coffee. And you got old man, you got his fucking father-in-law out there. You know, Mr. Hardy. You know, you got that shit. But, yeah. I think it would have been better if they would have did
that shit was
the
awful.
Wyatt. How it should have went, it should have been the Wyatt family versus the Hardy family. I think that would have went better. Because, I mean, shit.
Here's the problem.
Hold on.
You had the Wyatt family do that shit with the New Day out in the field.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
And that's 10 times better.
That's why I said, like, when you hold it up, you had two bars, right? You had the Hardy one from TNA, which was better. We can now say that.
Where that table fucking came.
Yeah, it went sideways.
It just fell off.
And then you had the Wyatt family versus the New Day in that goddamn Texas Chainsaw Massacre style kind of shit, which was
way
hard as
better.
Fuck. It was hard as fuck. It was good. And now you judging all these by these standards, and it's fucked. It's just a fuck situation. And hopefully this be the end of it and they can move on.
I didn't like it.
But it looked like young Jeff probably going to come back as Brother Nero.
Oh, God.
I've been waiting for you. He had the eyes shit in there and everything. No.
And then they did that silent film shit where they were running around the graves and shit. God damn, man. Like, is this what it's come to? That shit was fucking horrible. And then when Bray supposedly hit the water, don't you guys all think that was a relatively small splash for that motherfucker? Like somebody threw a fucking football in the water? God, man.
Jeff Jarrett's going to join Bray.
I couldn't believe that, man.
Hardy shit was trash.
I really hope it's over, man. That was some of the
if
worst
they would have
shit.
just had a match there, it'd just be fine.
You had to feel bad for that referee. They had to go watch that shit.
Is Bray Wyatt coming back as Husky Harris?
You got fucking Ribby Scott over here acting like she Alicia Keys and shit, playing the fucking piano.
Braun and Bray for the tag team. That's why I thought it was going to go. Whip it like a cracker. It was a bad comedy sketch.
It was
Broken
horrible.
Matt is more suited for the Indies, not for the WWE. Has there been any
news about
the WrestleMania stage?
And let me just mention that. I agree with you. I think that Broken Matt will be great on the Indies because I do not want to see that motherfucker on TV again. I would prefer him to be in a high school gym somewhere or a bingo hall, dazzling the fucking hundreds of people that are there. Well, because that right there, that ain't the Matt Hardy that I want to remember. I'll tell you that shit.
Well, Crow, about the stage, you know they usually keep that shit tight. You probably start leaking out usually like a week. WrestleMania week.
During WrestleMania week, because they don't start building and putting it together.
Then they usually show you the night
like the
before.
Tuesday before.
They be out there 2 weeks. They probably gonna go out there next week.
You think so?
Yeah. That shit's elaborate, man.
It's still kind of early.
Nah, that shit takes them a while. Like they don't. That shit just don't go up like that.
I think it takes like a couple of days and they have it all set.
Because
by Wednesday.
They in a stadium, dude. They're not in an arena.
Yeah,
where they can just go like that. They in a big ass stadium.
Everything is like makeshift and just
it's
able to put
architecture.
together.
They got to put up the scaffolds. They got to put up the stages. It's a bunch of working shit. And you see how they had that shit underground for the Undertaker to fucking get a little ride or some shit. You got to put all that shit. Because you know he ain't walking.
I was just about to say he definitely gonna have to be on a motorcycle. I mean, he ain't walking that around.
It ain't like you got Paul Bear to drive the fucking hearse to take that nigga down there.
Nah, Paul Bear's in the ground now.
Yeah. Let's see.
R.I.P. man.
Rude Wrestling. Did y'all not like anything about Raw tonight with the laughing?
I didn't like anything, man. I expect so much more out of the A show. I expect them to be just make the storylines make sense.
Elevated Science, Cena versus the Berserker, book that shit.
Yeah.
Paul's World, what the fuck was that shit with the Forrest Gump lawnmower?
I'm telling you, that's what I was telling Randy. So he really gonna get on this motorcycle, and this lawnmower, and we supposed to believe he gonna run over Bray Wyatt and chop him up on PG television? Are we supposed to believe that fucking lawnmower is even gonna get over fucking Bray Wyatt? A lot of that shit was just, God,
Bray
man.
Wyatt deserves better.
I felt like they just insulted our intelligence with whatever they called that shit. That shit wasn't even good enough for Saturday Night Live. That shit was horrible.
Ray Money 8800. I bet this will be the WWE's way to bring back Sister Abigail. The Green 574 say Bray Wyatt is jobbing because he hooked up with JoJo. Elevate Science. I'll take that trade for JoJo.
Hey. Yeah.
Who's better?
Bray got thrown in the water, but he's still winning.
Who's better, Eva Marie or Mandy Rose? And that's what I posed. Like, Mandy Rose sat there and said, like, hey.
Wait a minute.
No, hold on. Mandy Rose, I put that up on her page because she addressed that. Because people go feel like she's going to be Eva Marie because she a looker and they feel like she ain't got no substance to the ring, to the wrestling.
I've already seen more out of Mandy Rose in the short time
she came
than the whole 2 years that I saw from Eva
You know
Marie.
what I think was the difference? Because if you paid attention, she was down in NXT a long time and they protected her. Like, you rarely seen her. And to me, I figured like all that time she probably was working with somebody all that time. The difference was
Mandy Rose can carry a match.
Eva started out late where she didn't give a fuck about it because she was like, hey. And then she decided like, well, I guess when she got tired of hearing the shit talking, she started training towards the end, her last year and something. But I'm like, it's almost too late.
I think Eva Marie was more in it for the reality show side of it, the total diva side of it. I don't think
she was there before that shit got started.
I don't think she was really gonna go far with the WWE. She didn't put the work in. She didn't try to.
Shit, she figured she didn't have to. She looked like that. And the bitch was gorgeous.
We don't do sable shit no more.
Shit, they still do sable shit. You tell me all them bras that was fucking talented. Alexa Bliss, you got one as a fucking champion right now. Hold on.
Alexa Bliss can work though when she wants to.
Bullshit.
You got to put her in there with the right people.
Led.
Yeah, she does have to be led. I'll give you that.
I seen
Asuka's too advanced
that shit
for that.
tonight. That was Eva Marie.
Asuka was too advanced for her, man.
That shit tonight. That was Eva Marie.
That was like in video game terms. That was an expert versus a novice. It wasn't gonna work, especially if she's not following the spots like she's supposed to.
Clips 1, 2, 3. Question: if you owned a wrestling company, what would the name be?
Man, if I owned a wrestling company, it would be called Uptown Saturday Night Wrestling. And we book it every Saturday night.
Motherfucker, this ain't the 70s?
I think that would be dope. The Uptown Saturday Night Heavyweight Champion of the world.
And goddamn Bill Cosby ain't the goddamn president. And goddamn Sidney Portier is not walking in the goddamn door.
Well, I mean, that's a question on the fly. I'd have to think about it, man.
Shit.
I mean, because first you'd have to research all the independent names around.
You gotta see whatever fucking name you can get.
Yeah, your shit ain't gonna sound like
Jay
everyone
Manson
else.
646, y'all are lit. Thank you. Let's see. Mandy Rose is better by David. Yeah, we know. Marty Too Sweet. Listen to some of the rest of the HBK show. You guys think they should have put the title of HBK at 94 or 95? I think they did it correctly how they did it.
I think when Brett got it, when Brett got him for it, put him over in 96 out here in Anaheim. I think that was the right time for him. I can see where you might think that he should have went over Kevin Nash at that WrestleMania before.
That was 11, yeah.
But I don't know why they didn't do it.
And Kevin Nash, you look, Mr. the lowest grossing WWE champion of all time.
He was the first guy to have that fucking glass break on his entrance, though. He had that glass break
that
on his
diesel
entrance
shit,
at WrestleMania 11.
And you know, and nobody remembers that, but you remember that also.
They remember when Steve Austin had the
at WrestleMania 13.
Yeah.
Because it was the music, it was the attitude, it was a goddamn match.
It was that hat and that promo before the match.
Shit, you never fucking seen that shit till I
never
told
saw
you.
it. I sure did.
That was the shit. I'm telling you, it was great promos that night. And it just like the Nation, where you had the LOD did a promo, LOD and Ahmed Johnson, and then you had Ron Simmons with the Nation, and he was like, "You couldn't be white if they sandblasted your ass." That shit was great. He had him, the Nation, PG-13, all the motherfuckers. Like that. I tried to look for that shit on YouTube. It is not on there.
God,
that was like I swear. I used to have a tape. I had the tape of WrestleMania 13.
Steve Austin with that WrestleMania hat.
Shit, because I remember back in the it was at 90. That was 97. And one of my friends, David, when I was living in LA, I paid his ass like fucking $10 to fucking because he had a black box. I didn't get one till like later on that fucking what was that right before the next one. What was that WrestleMania 14?
Shit, the black box that we had, it wasn't even a black box. It was an actual Comcast cable box.
No,
but that shit was just chips. Well, because there was one that was just a small black box that really had everything. The one that we had, it was actually a Comcast cable box. It looked just like the regular one, but goddamn if you didn't get all them goddamn channels.
Yeah, I got one the next year where I was actually ready for the next WrestleMania.
It was great to be a wrestling fan at that time.
I seen what was that 14?
Because you get to watch. I was able to watch all the pay-per-views.
I think I watched 3 of them. Was it 14, 14, 15, and then this WrestleMania 2000 was 16, right?
And some of them WCW.
Yeah, that's when the Godfather came out with Ice-T. Yeah. Godfather's pimping in the house, bitch.
WrestleMania 2000. That was the fatal 4-way match where Triple H walked in champ and walked out champ.
I know you guys talked about Cena, but do you feel Cena sort of keep killing the hype of the match?
It's hard to say that when Cena's the only one there trying to promote the match.
I just don't like, see, this is the thing where I don't like with the whole Undertaker situation. I'm like, dude, your ass be at home 300 plus days a year. It ain't shit for you to come out one day and say something. Then come back to the next week for one day.
It's basically just working a month. Selling it with a war of words. Even take
and you going right the fuck back home.
Tape a couple of vignettes, do something.
And you making $2 million a year, 2+, and you barely work one match. I'm sorry. Let's just be honest about this shit. You want to get hyped up on a 52-year-old motherfucker with a 40-year-old motherfucker. A match that happened years ago. It already happened. It didn't happen at WrestleMania, but it happened already. Everybody like, oh, I want to see the Undertaker. I don't.
I don't think it's gonna look
and I don't like, and Undertaker, I'm calling your ass out because you be Mr. Old School and Mr. About Respect. Roman retired your ass last year. You shouldn't be wrestling no more. You didn't want Shawn Michaels to come back and wrestle or anybody else, you would have retired. But it's okay for you to do it. Okay, even if you try to come back under, hey, what the fuck this gonna turn into Mick Foley? Like that year in the Royal Rumble, that motherfucker came out, Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, shit, fucking Mick Foley, whoever the fuck else he wanted to come out, shit. So wait a minute. So now, the Undertaker gonna come out as what? American Badass, he gets beat. Next year, he gonna fucking come out as Big Evil, he get beat. He gonna come out, what, Mean Mark Calloway? What the fuck? Come on!
And don't forget when he was that guy from Suburban Commando, too.
Just come the fuck on. Undertaker, just stop.
I tried to tell Randy.
Just stop.
He wasn't officially retired after the Roman Reigns match.
That bullshit.
If he would have been,
was a retirement.
they would have announced him. He would have been the first motherfucker in the Hall of Fame this year. If he would have fully retired.
That was a fucking retirement. He took his.
It looked like a false retirement.
Fucking hat off. He took his gloves off. He took his fucking coat off. He dropped his straps. He went out there fucking tongue kissed. Michelle McCool kissed his kid. Fucking did all this out of character shit that you never seen him do. And then now, all of a sudden, yeah, I'm going to come back one more time.
I think
For what? We don't want it.
I think it was the end of the Dead Man, and now he's going to put away the Biker Taker. I think Cena's going to truly send him home. And you'll know he's done because he'll be in that Hall of Fame the very next year. Fucking Randy.
No, fuck that, man.
He's been on this shit for a minute, man.
Fuck that. I've been said this shit. This is bullshit. That son of a bitch was supposed to be retired.
He been mad at that nigga ever since he didn't fucking put over CM Punk.
You goddamn right. The fuck you gonna put over Brock Lesnar for? CM Punk made him look good. That fucking WrestleMania in that cold ass stadium in New York. Hey, we're back in New York again. Yeah, these motherfuckers keep circling around the same stadium. Let me guess. Here, I'm gonna fucking... Shit, I'm gonna do that shit Johnny Carson used to do. Hold a card with that big ass hat on. Next year, Florida. Somewhere in fucking Florida.
It will be somewhere in Florida right after that.
All these goddamn stadiums they building.
They addicted to that shit.
But besides the fucking point, the Undertaker, it's a respect thing. He talks about old school in his business. He try to keep shit old school. He talk about respect. To me, that's disrespectful to Roman Reigns. Because, hey, that was supposed to be the end. Your lazy ass didn't want to work there. Your lazy ass didn't want to work with Bray Wyatt. But, hey, when it was Brock Lesnar, he brought his ass to work.
Yeah.
Both of them can bring their ass to work. So, apparently, Undertaker only respects certain people.
Well, he's got to have some respect for Roman. I mean, you let Roman pin him at WrestleMania. That's got to say something, right?
He didn't have no respect for Roman. Vince made the call. Said, listen, you old fuck. I've been giving you $2 million for all these fucking years. You don't even come to work.
You old fuck.
No, look. He giving him that. I understand. The Undertaker stayed with him. Do the bad shit. Do the tough time. When he thought they was going to get their ass beat, when they was getting their ass beat by WCW for damn near 3 years straight. I understand that. Everybody other than him, Mark Henry, Kane, fucking Shawn Michaels, even though Shawn Michaels was taking his bitch ass over there, that's how he met his wife, if y'all don't know, because she was one of the Nitro girls. But nonetheless, while everybody was sitting there jumping ship and leaving, they stayed. And that's why Vince got this undying support, especially with Mark Henry. Let's be honest. That's why Mark Henry fucking went in the Hall of Fame as fast as he did. Is that he came over, he stayed. You remember, Mark was there when everything was starting to turn. He came in 96, or was it 95? Either one.
Mark
He
Henry,
came early, and he fucking stayed whole fucking time through the bad shit.
It took a long time for Mark Henry to develop. But once he finally got it down, dude.
You know, Owen Hart with them was a big part of that shit, too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They kept sending him, and they sent him to OVW. They sent him to Calgary. They sent him down to Florida. They sent him to different places for him to develop, to fully develop. And God, it paid off big time.
Clips 1, 2, 3, John Cena versus Randy and Chuck at Mania. I hit him in the balls. Kick him right in the fucking balls.
I ain't on that level.
I ain't got no time. I ain't taking no. You go ahead and take an AA, motherfucker. I ain't taking that bump.
I can take it.
Shit. That's funny.
It ain't nothing but a fireman carry slam.
Hey, shit.
To get my ass up though, he really will be screaming when he do that. No! He gonna really mean that shit.
Shit. You talk about screaming. Goddamn Roman Reigns was sounding like Shane McMahon.
Sure fucking was. He was moaning tonight in the fucking stretcher.
And Brock big ass, and you can tell he ain't juicing because that flab is back. And you sit there and see he couldn't even push the goddamn stretcher over. He was struggling with that shit.
I think he was really trying not to hurt Roman by chucking it over though.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's true.
Well, you still giving that motherfucker passes.
I'm just saying, I'm looking at what I saw.
Is this Hall Pass the movie again?
This is not Hall Pass the movie. I was not happy with that segment at all, and you know it. That's the only reason why I'm here now instead of sleeping. I got to get up at 4 in the morning. We had to talk about this shit. This shit is ridiculous.
This is bullshit.
And I know it's not wrestling related, but Ndamukong Suh, you better not fucking go to the Rams. I do not want to fucking deal with that shit. Fuck.
And see, look, I was trying to tell this dude, he worried about the fucking Rams. The fucking Eagles is loading up. If you watch football,
I'm a 49er fan.
Eagles
I don't need to leave. I keep to leave in the secondary with fucking Marcus Peters, and then you putting Aaron Donald and fucking Ndamukong Suh up front. That means we not gaining no yards.
Shit. Taker, RIPW, the Taker's behind you. Fuck you.
Trust me, if he didn't show up to Dallas, which is close to the house, he ain't coming to SoCal.
Yeah. Yeah, he ain't coming down here. Fuck with us. Us small time.
Sending work out of town on a Greyhound.
Yeah, we small time. Like Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt, we small time.
We ain't even a factor.
Yeah.
But it's still, that's why we talk about it, because fuck. I mean, you can't be a real wrestling fan and look at that shit and say it was okay. Like the whole thing, the way it was booked. I mean, you know, you're gonna watch SmackDown tomorrow. SmackDown's got their shit together, man. They shit is in order.
Roman handcuffing Daniel Bryan handcuffing which one was brutal? Oh, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, it ended his career.
Fucking mile.
Yeah, it ended his career.
Like Triple H, like you could tell.
He really tried to
You
hurt
go
him.
look at that shit. You find that shit and go look at that shit.
It was more than a work. He really
that
tried
shit
to hurt
was
him.
like he wasn't trying to hurt him. Excuse me, he was trying to hurt him.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck what the fuck Rock said about Mick Foley. No, that motherfucker was trying to hurt that dude.
Yeah, he was fucking Mick Foley.
Like, I ain't never seen nobody get hit with chairs like that. Like, The Rock didn't never even want to take a chair shot. And I'm like, how the fuck you try to immense hard punishment on somebody and you was a bitch when it came to punishment? You didn't want to go through shit. Oh man, take it easy on The Rock. You gotta do this for The Rock. You can't do that. I did it for The Rock. No, you can't fucking sit there and do all that fucking shit.
The seat modifications were set for a large man. A large man
Motherfucking
like
Rock didn't want to do
yourself.
shit.
Yeah.
But you was out there trying to kill people.
I really regret.
How he did kill Shamrock? You son of a bitch.
I really regret how Steve Austin got hit by that car that second time.
And goddamn Steve Austin taking that shit.
I really wish he wouldn't have.
But see, that's why Steve Austin shit.
True, that is true.
You know, he was like,
yeah,
fuck
Ken
it.
Shamrock.
Gotta make it.
Oh my God, when Ken Shamrock used to take them chair shots from The Rock, he never even. I mean,
You know,
you're supposed to put your hand up towards the end there. You know, The Rock would have his hand way out here. That's the fucking chair. And the fucking chair would be coming. Now, Ken Shamrock was the opposite. He never put his hands up. And some might say maybe that's why he crazy today. Because he was taking them full-blown, bam, straight to the face. Like, fuck, dude. And The Rock spared no expense with them $1,000 shirts on.
Shit. Yeah, it was all about that fucking motherfucker wearing a jumpsuit for a year because he got his titties done.
Fucking Randy.
What? It's the truth. Go look it up. You ever wonder why The Rock had a jumpsuit on? It started from there? It was a little bit before that?
He had that surgery on his chest.
Yeah, he had that sweatsuit because you remember he used to have man boobies.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like rockets. Like, shit.
Fucking Randy.
No, I'm just saying. You sit back and think about it. That motherfucker wore a jumpsuit for a year. A sweatsuit for a year. Nobody wondered why, like, damn, The Rock was wearing tights for his whole career. This nigga's in a fucking sweatsuit and shit. He had fucking modifications to his body.
Read some of them goddamn comments so we can get the hell out of here. I gotta go to sleep, man. Shit.
He was supposed to F5 Roman to the ring pole, but he was stuck on that stretcher. Yeah, Red Sox diehard fan said that shit. That might be a possibility.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Yeah, because they tied... That was weird. They tied him up to the stretcher.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Elevated Science says CM Punk didn't deserve to beat the street tough cookies. Oh, fuck. It's Javier.
Tough cookies?
Should have said tough male.
Tough nuggies.
Javier 210 says thoughts on the ultimate deletion. It was ultimate shit.
I couldn't. I didn't.
That's the thoughts right there.
I mean, for those. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Who do you guys think will win the SmackDown Tag Team titles? And who do you think the
Bludgeon Brothers.
Both of the titles is changing.
Yeah, Bludgeon Brothers and whoever Braun Strowman picks probably be Elias.
It should be Elias.
Yeah.
Like that would be intriguing. Like you put them together. Yeah. Now I know Kane. Now I know have the Big Show.
It won't be Kane because Kane's gonna work this Undertaker thing with Cena.
You have the Big Show go back into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal where he can say his goodbyes and everything.
I thought that was over already. I thought he was done already.
He said he wasn't retired. He had a hip surgery.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. RP WWF, I heard apparently the Taker Streak was supposed to end at WrestleMania 21. Who was that, Orton? I think it was Orton.
Either Orton or Batista.
No, Batista was in Arizona. I think.
No. Arizona is when... No, I think it was.
Yeah. No, 21, I think that was Randy Orton. That's when they did the thing and they had that fake Randy Orton's dad in the casket. That shit. They spent some money on that shit. That shit was good. That's fucked up. Sued to the Saints. Jeremy came up here.
Hey, I don't mind that. Go to the Saints. I just do not want that motherfucker lining up with Aaron Donald. That's problems for us, big time. What's the point of spending all that fucking money on Garoppolo and then they fucking crush him the first game they play him?
That one, that's true. They already showed that shot Shamrock on his knees and the Rock.
That's what yeah, exactly. But see, That wasn't 100% on The Rock because Shamrock tried to show how much of a badass he was by not protecting himself.
Elevated sign said The Rock with them sunny side egg tits. Did you talk about Vince Cut Russo? No, we haven't. Well, we might as well fucking go there. Isn't Trish Stratus half black? Unless she has some black piece in her, that's probably the only thing. I think she's Greek. All titles are probably gonna change. Randy, have you been gargling and rolling like a big like? Hey, I just fucking sit here. Ain't the thing be gargling Roman. I just believe in fairness. I'm like, if you're gonna criticize one, you gotta criticize everybody. Like people, if you're gonna criticize, you gotta give credit. And with Roman, they don't give no credit. Like you can tell that dude has improved. Like yeah, from when he started, when he was green, I think to me he started showing strides when he was in the tag team with Seth Rollins. And then with the singles career, he started slowly coming up. I mean, if you pay attention to that shit, you know, you understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's see. Arizona John Cena versus Batista. No, they never really crossed each other at a WrestleMania clips. The only time Batista went against John Cena, it was at a SummerSlam. And then they did another one at another pay-per-view where basically that was the end of Batista. Batista went into retirement.
Was that one of the 2 times where he was like, I quit?
Yeah, that was it. When he ended up still dumping his ass out. And that was the end of Batista. Because the next night he came out on Raw, he was like, y'all don't like me. That's when he was all beat up in the sweatsuit. The sweat jacket and shit with the tight pants on. I'm gone! I'm gone! And that was it.
You know when I like Batista the best? When he was the heel Batista and they had him coming down to the ring with that spotlight on him. Mm-hmm. To me, he brought out a lot of character when he did that one.
Detroit was Batista. Randy was 21. Yeah, that's what I said. I knew Randy Orton was 21. Chuck, what are your thoughts about Minoru Suzuki and Lesnar in a match?
My thoughts about Minoru Suzuki and Lesnar in a match.
His 50-year-old ass is still rough.
I don't know. That'd be something to see, though.
His ass is still rough.
I really couldn't say much about that.
Bryberry King, they're not doing the Women's Battle Royal no more. No, they still do.
Yeah, they are. They just took that name off.
Yeah. I was listening to Cornette today.
Cornette had a lot to say about that and took some shit way back.
You go look up the shit on the Fabulous Moolah. It's crazy. Like, how she was not only pimping the women, whoring them out, her and her husband tag teaming them. She going down, they going down. You know, she taking the money from them. Fucking other type of shit. It's only, what's that, Judy, I forgot that lady. I only seen one person come to Moolah's defense. And she was over there talking about, like, yeah, if she go pimp somebody, she would try to pimp me because I was tall, I was blonde, I had nice, like, huh?
Brainwashed.
Like, yeah,
what
you
do
did
with
it,
that?
I'm like, shit, you tripping.
Sometimes people just need to shut their dick liquor.
Hey, Kyle wanted us to talk about Vince Russo. Only thing I put up on Vince Russo.
What has he done lately?
Vince Russo, I think he didn't put on Twitter and shit. He's volunteering. He want to help Cody, and then with that All In pay-per-view, he's supposed to be in Chicago.
I mean, hell, it couldn't hurt, right? I mean, to me, the thing with Vince Russo, I'm sure he's got great ideas. They just need to be filtered.
Yeah.
You know, when he was kicking out ideas for Mr. McMahon in the 90s, and Mr. McMahon was filtering them with Pritchard and Pat, I mean, it was great. Sometimes the ideas didn't make any sense, but I think that's everybody when it comes to creative. It's better than him just, like, you know, sitting around shitting on everybody.
Let's see.
If that helps bring some life back to him, give him a shot. Let him book some stuff.
Crowd XV said, do you think it would have been better move to move the Cruiserweight title onto the main card and made it into a 6-man ladder match? I think they're going to put the Cruiserweight title on the main card. I think that's why that whole thing was this tournament. I wouldn't be surprised if that started off WrestleMania, the Cruiserweights, and I think that would have been better.
It would have been way better.
And they made it a ladder match and let them boys just go and go.
Randy's always talked about this. I mean, you know, we've all talked about it. WrestleMania is always at its best when it has a good jumpstart match.
A ladder,
and usually it's a ladder match.
Man, you get that shit going.
Where it's just a whole bunch of oohs and ahs to get you going, wake you up, get you ready.
Let's just be honest. You got to call it out. I think they scared because NXT is going to have motherfucking Ricochet, motherfucking EC3, motherfucking Big Damo, motherfucking that motherfucking Brock Lesnar like and Lars Sullivan is gonna have.
I don't know if I would call him Brock Lesnar like.
That's his boy.
I understand
Cole,
that,
baby.
I don't know
And then
about all that.
one more motherfucker I'm forgetting. I think they're gonna be scared because they're gonna steal the show. I think they scared of that shit, and that's why they're not even gonna touch that ladder shit.
Probably.
Because let's be honest.
Well, you sure
NXT for the most part kind of be stealing the fucking show.
You said kinda. There's no question, man.
Okay, they be stealing the show the night before whatever
time.
fucking major fucking event they be having.
All the time.
Let's see. Elevated Science says there's a Rock interview with Howard Stern where one of his staff members brought up the tit reduction, and he didn't seem too pleased to talk about it. Official Kyle Max, Roman's haters are dick lickers. Roman needs a major heel turn after WrestleMania. How can we take Bliss and Nia seriously when they was at the WrestleMania 35 press conference?
Well, if you notice, ever since they started this whole campaign with Nia Jax against Alexa Bliss, they don't travel together no more. Now it seems like Nia Jax is hanging out with Paige. Like she's all on the road with Paige now. You go to her Instagram and stuff.
It says Batista
and like
and
she's
Cena
everywhere
did
with
face
Paige
off
now instead of
at
Alexa.
Mania 26 in Arizona.
I'm sorry, what now?
Batista and they said Batista and motherfucking Cena faced off at WrestleMania 26 in Arizona. I don't remember that. Cause I thought Batista went against the Undertaker.
26 at Arizona.
Here. Let me see.
It's been a little while.
Yeah, look
I
that shit up.
could have sworn that was Cena versus wasn't that Cena versus Mysterio?
Let's see.
26.
Damn, you don't got no Google fucking thing right there?
That's where fucking Fonzo was there. No, it's in the folder. Just fucking push the internet button or hold that bottom button and ask the question. Shit.
This shit all extra complicated.
Yeah.
Yolanda Cole.
Yeah, that was.
The fuck are you looking at?
I wanted to see.
Want to see what?
I think shit, Batista and Cena. I didn't think they went at 26.
WrestleMania.
It's been a minute, man. Damn near almost 10 years. 8 years now. 8 years ago. Some of those WrestleManias, I couldn't tell you shit. You know, like each individual match or whatever. Because if they weren't,
look at it.
If they weren't memorable,
they got the picture right here. Shit.
You know,
yes, they did.
If they weren't memorable, I can't fucking tell you about it.
Yeah. Show Miz. Randy Orton defeated Ted DiBiase. Jack Swagger wins the Money in the Bank. Triple H defeats Sheamus. Rey Mysterio defeated
CM Punk. I remember that Triple H and Sheamus.
McMahon, that was the same. McMahon defeated McMahon. Jericho defeated Edge. Vicky Team wins. John Cena defeated Batista. I guess you was right. Or what was that? Who was that?
That was the first Undertaker Shawn Michaels, right?
Oh shit, we lost it. Oh no. Oh,
that was the first Undertaker Shawn Michaels, right?
That match was so shitty. Wrestleheads forgot about it.
I mean, I can't.
Oh man.
I
okay.
can't.
We're already at 50 something. Let's wrap this puppy up.
I mean, you get the last bit of the comments out of there, and I don't really have this whole show is a goddamn kitchen bitch on Raw. So
that was the second HB taker. Okay. Yeah, fucking Raw. I think we're gonna have to see tomorrow.
Damn, Shawn Michaels been retired that long?
Yeah, it's going on almost
8 years.
Yeah. Been a while. It went by fast.
It don't feel like it's been that long.
Cause I don't think he was at 27. He damn sure wasn't at 28. Yeah, you start adding up. Like.
Yeah, because 24 is when he retired Ric Flair.
Yep.
And then 25 Taker, 26 Taker, and that was it.
Yeah. Sad thing. And
then he was a
referee. Had to go against Undertaker 3 times.
He was a referee for one of the Triple H.
It was the last one.
Yeah.
It was the last one. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do you keep trying to fight the Undertaker for? You lost to him once. Then you came back years later, lost to him twice. Then like, oh no, give me one more chance. Like, nigga, you can't even up the odds. You can't even.
It's fucking 0-3.
You already 0-2. What, you gonna go 1-2? Like, get the fuck out of here. And let me tell you something. You know what's my kitchen bitch? As I'm thinking about back in the recess in my mind, you know, when I was sitting down hanging and banging. I gotta say that at least one time episode. Yeah. Okay, nonetheless, when I sit there and think about this son of a bitch, Triple H, a.k.a. Preparation H, stealing a WrestleMania match from us. It should have been the Undertaker versus Sting. Why would the fuck Triple H felt like he had to go against Sting? He didn't have nothing to do with Sting. Everybody knows for years it was supposed to be the Undertaker versus Sting. And then when Sting finally decided to bring his bitch ass here, it should have been him and the Dead Man. Like, what the fuck you going against Sting for? It's like, you never crossed paths?
As the Terminator.
What, a cup of coffee and fucking WCW?
Sting wasn't on Saturday night.
Shit. I never understood that shit. And that's the thing. That's when you know Triple H's ego is out of fucking control.
That was a blown opportunity. It really was.
Like, shit, you could have sold that shit out on that. And that was what? 3 years back?
Sting versus The Undertaker.
What was that, 31? That was 3.
It would have been some of the best storytelling.
He was still semi better.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could have had, that's your dream match. That could have sold
that was
right
the same.
there.
Matter of fact, that was the same WrestleMania that fucking Undertaker lost his streak to Brock, wasn't it? Sure was.
No, he lost it at 30. He would have came. The Sting would have came the next year after that. It was in New Orleans.
I could have sworn it was both outside.
No, the other one was where they at this year. That's where the Undertaker lost the streak. And don't worry, that's going to come up too. Yeah, it was in New Orleans. It was at 30. That's when the Undertaker shaved the sides of his head and had this fucking little low mohawk where he's trying to be super demon taker.
Yeah, his hair wasn't ready.
Oh, man.
Either way, Sting versus The Undertaker would have been some of the best stories.
Yeah, Taker facing Wyatt at 31. Yeah, they could have pushed that back a year. That should have been Sting. Like, when you had him right there, that was your fucking match. What the fuck Triple H going against Sting for?
I'll tell you what, though.
What the fuck did that have to do anything?
Whatever they can muster up, John Cena and The Undertaker, they're going to get out there and tell a story.
Tell a story about we too fucking old.
That's
my answer for that.
They are two of the best storytellers that have ever done it, though, man. It's true.
Bullshit. What fucking story? You got a 52-year-old motherfucker.
And Undertaker's always been impeccable with it. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible.
And you got a 40-year-old motherfucker who's basically halfway out the fucking door.
But you're gonna have to rely on that storytelling because you're not gonna get no spots and no shit like that. You ain't getting no top rope suplexes. You ain't getting no diving out the ring.
You ain't getting no story. You getting two old fucks that's sitting there taking up time. That could be somebody else's match. Hey, I'm saying this shit. They ought to put that shit on the pre-show.
It's gonna be pure storytelling.
Undertaker, Cena, pre-show. That shit should be on the fucking pre-show.
Undertaker will never fucking see pre-show.
He should be on the fucking pre-show. Because
even if they got to roll his old ass out there.
He disrespect his business by the shit he's fucking doing.
Even if they have to roll his old ass out there in a wheelchair so he can play chess in the middle of the ring like Bobby Fischer, he will be on the main fucking card, Randy.
Let's see. That'll be one day Taker gonna have a heart attack during this match. Preach. Cena can still go. Well, go where? To go cash his check? That's where he can fucking go?
They all cashing checks.
Shit. Go to the fucking bank right behind Brock Lesnar. Traveling to Taker is over. Clips 1, 2, 3. Go back to the day Taker will have a heart attack. Official Kyle Moolah was sitting there hanging and banging way before Enzo and Hogan. Travelino Cena's rants about the Taker are horrible.
Yeah,
Ray Money 88.
It's been a terrible build.
He's going to be the future senior citizen versus the future Blues Clues. Yeah, it seems like that motherfucker is pushing for Blues Clues for some fucking reason.
Oh, because of that shirt he's wearing in that Blockers movie?
No. It's been a gang of pictures and a video of him like on a Blues Cruise shit. Yeah, really? Like trying to fucking replace Steve or some shit.
Shit, Blues Clues was the shit back in the day, man. I remember I used to be able to stick my little sister in there, and she'd watch that shit all fucking day. I had all the Super Nintendo 64 to myself, man. I think,
Official Cal Mac 49ers suck.
And real shit, well, you have to look at it like this. You know why Blues Clues stopped, right? Because it was a silly concept. But that guy, Steve, made a lot of money off of it.
Didn't he lose his hair or something?
He lost his hair.
Yeah.
That's when he fucking stopped doing Blues Clues. He should have went and got that Urlacher done.
Let's see. Flex Dragon, thoughts on Michael Cole exaggerated when he comments. Listen.
Honestly,
I swear to God.
Michael Cole apologized tonight for that shit that we saw. And you know what, Michael Cole, your apologies accepted.
Bullshit.
I appreciate you apologizing.
I swear I'll be wanting to hit the If that motherfucker, if I can see him when he say it's boss time, I would like to punch him in the fucking mouth.
He's only saying what he's being told to do, though, Randy.
I think he's doing that shit.
Nobody
else says that shit.
Nobody else can. It's his show.
Even when the bitch be fucking on the SmackDown motherfucker, nobody wants to hear that shit.
That's Michael Cole shit. Just like he used to say vintage Cena.
Hey, the red table somebody will go through. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week.
That red table, someone go through it. Shit, it almost happened when I was drunk.
We the end of Wrestleheads. We gone.
Hold on.
It's over.
We had some more good stuff going on here.
No time.
Damn.
And you two, I'll be into y'all.